Good morning, students. So today we will discuss about the movements of the earth. So earth moves all the time. It shows two types of movements, that is rotation and revolution. So what is rotation? Rotation means when earth spins on its axis and it takes 1 day to do so. In 1 day, earth makes one rotation on its axis. So rotation causes day and night. Rotate a spinning top and check its movement. Similarly, earth rotates on its axis. This movement is called rotation. When the sunlight falls on the moving earth, half of its part shows day and the other half shows night. So, earth travels around the sun, isn't it? So, while rotating, one side of the earth faces the sun. So, that side getting heat and light of sun, isn't it? So, we call this day. The other side, that is opposite of the earth, the opposite portion of the earth is not getting the light. So, it is darker and we call it night. So, one activity is given here. Rotation causes day and night. Rotate the globe and flash a torch light horizontally onto the globe. The half where the light of torch reaches experiences day, and the other half, which looks dark at that moment, experiences night. Conclusion: this shows that rotation causes day and night. So, this activity, you can do this at your home. You just take one globe, if you have globe in your home, and flash a torchlight on it. Okay, so you will see that only one portion of the globe is getting light of the torch, and that side is brighter. Okay, so like this, our earth also getting light from the sun, and that portion we call day, and the opposite portion of the globe is not getting the light of the torch, isn't it? Just see in the picture, that portion is not getting the light of the torch, and which is darker. So like this, the portion of the earth which is not getting the light of the sun, it is darker, and like this way day and night occurs. Next, what is revolution? Revolution, the other movement of earth, is called revolution. In this phenomenon, the earth revolves around the sun. It takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution. This period is called a year. Revolution causes changes in the seasons. The part of the earth that faces the sun and observes direct sun rays has summer, and the other part which is away from the sun has winter. So we have understood what is rotation. That is, one round causes one rotation, isn't it? And what is revolution? When earth moves complete rotation on sun, this thing called revolution. The earth's revolution changes the temperature, and that is why season changes. And it also depends on the area where we live on the earth. Suppose if direct sunlight falls in one portion of the earth for a long specific period of time, so it occurs summer, and like this every season occur. The sun is actually a star. It has its own light. It is made up of hot gases. All planets revolve around the sun. The temperature of the sun is around 5700 centigrade. All planets reflect the light of the sun. Plants require sun for the formation of food by photosynthesis. So we know that the sun is a massive ball of burning gases, isn't it? And it is a star. So the sun looks bigger because it is closer to the earth than any other star. Okay, and it is made up of hot gases, and it burns continuously. Okay, and it gives heat and light to the other planets. We know that no planets have its own light and heat, so from the sun every planet get its light and heat. So without sun no life can exist. Okay, and plant take their food, form their food with the help of photosynthesis. Okay, and next one is the moon. Moon is the natural satellite of the earth. It revolves around the earth. It takes about 29.5 days to complete one rotation on its own axis. Moon also reflects the light of sun because it does not have light of its own. Earth and moon move simultaneously. Because of that, moon changes its shape on different days. We can see only that part of moon which is lit by the light of sun. So the moon is a natural satellite of the earth. Okay, and it also has no light of its own. However, it appears bright because it takes a light from the sun. It takes about 29.5 days to complete one rotation. So in the sky we see that moon changes its shape on different days, isn't it? So how? We just see on the pictures. First one is new moon. When the moon is in day 1, we can't see the moon because earth is in between the sun and moon. And next, when it starts rotating, we see a small portion of the moon which is called crescent, and after that we see the half moon and the sky, isn't it? So day 7, in day 7 we can see the half moon. After that we can see full moon. Again, when it rotates, after 14 days, again the moon changes its shapes into half moon. After that again crescent, and again new moon. After 24 days we again can't see the moon because again earth comes in between the sun and the moon. Okay, next one, checkpoint. First one is Earth, Mercury and Jupiter is the smallest planet of the earth. So we know that Mercury is the smallest planet. Our solar system has how many planets? 8 planets. The shape of the earth is circular. The sun, moon or Jupiter is the natural satellite of the earth. It is moon. And next, the stars. Stars are the heavenly bodies which are made up of heavy gases. They have their own light. When stars form groups and obtain a pattern, these groups are called constellations. Orion, the great hunter, Ursa Major, the great bear, then Libra and Scorpius. We can also say Scorpion are some of the constellation. So here the pictures are given of the constellation. The stars form different shapes in the sky. So we know that stars are like sun, but it stays too far from the earth. That's why we see stars twinkling in the sky and they look teeny, but actually they are big in size. So some groups of stars form patterns, and such patterns are called constellation. Okay, next one is Indian astronomers. So who is astronomers? Astronomers are scientists, okay, who study about the sun, moon, stars, planets. Okay, so people who study about the sun, moon, stars and planets are called astronomers. Aryabhat was the first man to describe that the earth is round and rotates on its axis. So it was Aryabhat who described that the earth is round. Bhaskara was also an astronomer. He proposed an astronomical model which defined the time that is required for the earth to complete one revolution around the sun. So Bhaskara was also an astronomer, okay, and he invented one astronomical model, okay, which is helpful, which define the time that is required for the earth to complete one revolution. And Barahamihira and Brahmagupta were among other famous astronomers. So they are also given some famous astronomers' name, that is Paramihira and Brahmagupta. Okay, students, I will give the question answers in your school app, and now you just do this one, match the following. So biggest planet, which one is biggest planet? That is Jupiter, number 1. After that, Scorpion. Scorpions we also call Scorpion as Scorpius. Next, Orion. Orion is called the Great Hunter. Earth. So Earth is round, and the smallest planet is Mercury. So write the names of the planets. So here you have to write the names of the planets. So I think you can do this. So please do it. Okay, bye.